Good morning, everybody. So today is Monday, March 22nd, and this is your phonics lesson for today. We are on Unit 5, and today we're on Lesson 11. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Everybody had a fabulous fall break, or spring break, not fall break. A fabulous spring break and had lots of fun. Okay, so like I said, we are on Lesson 11 today. So the first thing that we're going to do today is we're going to be sound scientists. Alrighty, so we are going to examine some words carefully in each of these sentences, and then I'm going to ask some questions about those words in the sentence. Okay, so here is our first sentence. Every Saturday morning, I watch my favorite cartoon on TV. So the word we're looking at in this sentence is the word cartoon. How many syllables are in the word cartoon? Well, let's figure that out. We have the cartoon. So there are 2 syllables. I bet that you said 2 syllables. So what are those syllables? Car, tune. So car is the first syllable, tune is the second syllable. What is the vowel sound in the first syllable? Car. What is the vowel sound there? That's right, it's the R sound. What is the vowel sound in the second syllable, tune? It's the oo. Good. So how many sounds are in this second syllable? Let me do my pointer. What is this? This looks different. Y'all seeing this? I've never seen this before. Where'd my pointer go? Hold on one second, guys. Okay, so apparently over spring break, my computer did an update and it changed that. I had to find my pointer. So we have the second syllable is tune. Okay, how many sounds do you hear in that syllable? I hear 3 sounds. I hear t-oon, t-oon, 3 sounds. All right, say the word cartoon. Now, if we change something, if we change the t in cartoon and replaced it with what new silly word would we get? If we replace the t with we would have car moon. Car moon? Does that make sense? No, that doesn't make sense. All right, say the word cartoon again. All right, so what nonsense word would we get this time if we replaced the k sound with st? So this time we would have star-tune. What would that new word be? Star-tune. That is another silly word. All righty, our second sentence. My baby brother is always laughing. My mom says he is a jolly baby. So the word we're going to focus on this time is jolly. Everybody say that word with me, jolly. How many syllables are in the word jolly? Did you say 2? You are correct if you said 2. We have jolly, jolly. 2 syllables. The first syllable is jol. The second syllable is ly. Good. Say jolly for me. What word will we get if we change the ah in jolly to eh? We would have jelly. What's that new word going to be? Jelly. Very good. Okay, so we're going to manipulate some phonemes now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to substitute the first sound in an ending blend to make it be a new word. Okay. Our first sentence is I accidentally burnt the toast. Burnt. How many sounds do you hear in the word burnt? We have burnt. What is the blend in that word? We have the nt is the blend. We're going to change the n of nt into s. We have burst. What's the new word? Burst is the new word. Very good. Our second sentence is, we noticed a little bit of rust on the car. Rust is the new word. Let's stretch that word out. We have rust. Rust. The st is the blend, and we're going to replace the first sound of the blend with f. So now we have ruffed. Ruffed. What is that new word? Ruffed. Good. Next sentence is someday I hope I can dunk a basketball. How many sounds do you hear in the word dunk? We have dunk. Good. We're going to replace this sound with s. Dusk. What is the new word on the curve? It is dusk. Very good. Next sentence. I learned a new fact about elephants today. Fact is the word that we are looking at. How many sounds are in the word fact? We have act. So the kt is the blend. We're going to change the first sound of the blend from k to st. What is the new word going to be? It's going to be fast. Very good. All right. And our last sentence is I am left-handed. Left. I'm really not. My daughter is, but I'm not. Let's stretch out that word. We have left. Left. So the ft is the blend. We're going to replace this first sound of the blend from f to p. So now let's stretch out the new word. We have leapt. Leapt. What is the new word on the curve? It is going to be leapt. Good. All right, it is time for our spoonerism for the day. And today's spoonerism is really easy. You should get it, no problems. All right, so today's spoonerism is Wissin lel. Wissin lel. Do you need to see it? Wissin lel. What do you think that is supposed to say? I'm sure that you hear that quite often. It says, listen well. Very good, guys. Alrighty, our learning targets for today are I can alphabetize my new spelling words. I can read words with the schwa plus ul digraph. And I can partner read the story, The King's Ghost. So we do have a new list of spelling words this week. And these are words that you're going to be studying and working on at home. So let's practice our words together. Each of our spelling words this week are going to have IE in them, the spelling to represent the E sound. So we have field, thief, relief, movie, babies, peace, ladies, grief, niece, kitties, shield, achieve, yield, cookies, and our tricky word for this week is water. And it's tricky because the A does not make the ah sound, it makes the ah sounds. All right, so we have been working the last several weeks on ABC order, and we do this by matching the first letter of the word in the alphabet to the alphabet. Hold on. The first word of the letter to the alphabet. Okay, so let's try this again. You may pause the video now and sing the ABC song if you feel that it is necessary. If not, we are just going to keep going. Okay, so remember that it is easier to find certain materials when they are in alphabetical order. Okay, for example, if you are looking for a DVD or a movie in a store and they are in alphabetical order, it's easier to find. If you're at a bookstore and you're looking for a book, it's easier to find if you know who the author is and you can look up their name in alphabetical order. It's easier to look for things in a dictionary when they're in alphabetical order. So we are going to put our spelling words in order by matching the first letter of the word to the corresponding letter on our board. Okay. I'm going to flip my camera now so you can see. Okay, so I need to stop share, flip my camera. There we go. I think maybe. Ooh, I don't know if it's going to get it all. Can I get it? There we go. Okay, now we got them all. All right, so we're going to put our words in ABC order. The first word we have is the word yield. And the first letter of the word yield is a Y. So I need to match it with the Y's on my board. Okay. My next word is the word cookies. So my first letter in the word cookies is the letter C. I'm going to put it up here with the C. Now I have the word niece. Niece. My first letter is N. It's going to go with the N's. Now I have the tricky word, water. It starts with what letter? W. It's going to go with the W's. And now I have the word movie. Movie starts with the letter M. So I'm going to put it right here with the M's right above the word niece. Now I have the word relief, and it starts with the letter R. I'm going to put it with my R. Now I have ladies. It starts with the letter L. Put it right there. Now I have the word shield, and it starts with the letter S. So it's going to go right here by the S. What is this word? Thief, and it starts with a T. So I'm going to put it here. All right, now I have the word peace, which starts with the letter P. And it's going to go right there. And now I have, oops, pen's in front of it, achieve. That's a big word, I know. It starts with the letter A. And it's going to go all the way up here at the top with my letter A. I have the next word is field, and it starts with the letter F. And I'm going to put it with my F on the chart. And the next word is grief, and it starts with a G. And it's going to go right there with the G's. We got 2 words left. I have the word kitties, which starts with a K. And our last word is the word bees. Good. And it starts with the letter B. This time we didn't have any words that started with the same letter. So we just had to focus on the first letter of each word this time. So if we put our words in alphabetical order, we have achieve, babies, cookies, field, groove, kitties, ladies, movie, niece, peace, relief, shield, thief, water, and yield. So on this week, when it is time for you to do all 15 words in alphabetical order, I will make sure that you have a copy of this so that you can print them out if you have a printer and work on it that way. And if you don't, you can still open it to see all of your spelling words. Okay. All right. Back to our Okay, so today we are going to focus on 3 spellings for the ol sound. Remember the schwa has the sound? Well, we're going to add ol to the end of it. Okay, so we have the spellings ul, al, and il in words that say ol. So here are a few of them. For the ul spelling, we have stressful, helpful, cheerful, wonderful, tactful. Okay, so let's look at those again. These are the UL spellings for all: stressful, helpful, cheerful, wonderful, tactful. And now we have AL spelling that also makes the OL sounds. You guys say the words after me, okay? So I'll say them once and I want you to repeat it. Animal, principal, typical, normal, practical, signal. Okay, let's look at those one more time. Ready? Let's do that again. Animal, principal, typical, normal, practical, signal. All right, and then we have the IL spelling for the OL sounds. We have pencil. Say these with me after I say them, please. Pencil, evil, April, devil, fossil, nostril. All right, so let's go over those again one more time. Ready? Pencil, evil, April, devil, fossil, nostril. Okay, so now it is time to do our spelling tree. Okay, so we are going to put our words on the tree. So here we have our tree. Made it smaller this time. Here we go. All right, and here are our leaves. So we are going to need to put so it's the O sound. And we have UL, We have A-L. And then we have I-L. Kind of hard, isn't it? All right, so we have the word helpful, and it has U-L. Total has what letters? A-L. Practical has A-L. Fossil has what two letters? The I-L. Okay, and now we have total. Total should go right here with A-L. We have the word nostril, should go with the I-Ls. Cheerful goes with the U-Ls. Oops, upside down. Evil goes with the I-Ls. Royal goes with A-Ls. What about typical? Where does that one go? That one also goes with A-Ls. What about the word, oops, flew across the table. What about the word April? It goes with the I-Ls. We have the word metal. Metal goes with the A-L. Oops, that was the wrong side. We have the word devil. It goes with the I-Ls. Principal goes with the A-Ls. Normal goes with A-Ls. Wonderful goes with U-Ls. Then we have pencil with the I-Ls. Signal with A-Ls. And our word is animal, which goes with the A-Ls. Nice job, guys. Our tree is lopsided. Had more leaves on the right side than the left. Okay, so there was our tree. All right, so today for work, for your phonics work, you're going to have worksheet 11.2, okay? And it's just a word sort, okay? It's a sound sort. You're going to sort the words by spelling. Write the words that have the UL ending under useful, where it says UL right here, okay? As in useful. Write the words that have the AL ending under metal right here. And then write the words that have the IL ending under April, okay? So when you're looking at the word, look to see where it has the UL sound. Is it spelled UL, AL, or IL? All right, guys, it is time to do some wiggling. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I want you to act an animal, okay? Any animal, act like an animal. I'm gonna be a cat. All right, now point at something made of metal. I'm pointing at my desk. What are you guys pointing at? Wave a pencil. Point at your nostrils. And don't stick your fingers in them. Just point. Now show me your tonsils. Oh, way back there. Oh. All righty, good job, guys. Let me see. Let me figure out how to make this. There we go. All right, so our story for today is called The King's Ghost. Ooh, wonder if it's gonna be spooky. So like it says today, it's going to be a partner read, but if you don't have a partner, you can just listen to me read it. If you do have a partner there that can read with you, like a sibling or a parent or a grown-up, then you can partner read tonight when you reread it, okay? All right, so remember that if you have trouble sounding out a word, stretching out a word, you can look up our code chart to help you figure those out, okay? All right. So in our last story before spring break, we read The Boat Trip. What was sneaking up on the king's boat when no one was looking? Do you guys remember what was sneaking up on the boat? A pirate ship was sneaking up on the king's boat. So today's story is about Sir Gus and the knights facing the pirates. All right, so the word ghost is in our story today, and it is a tricky word that's going to appear in our story because the GH sounds just like a G. We don't hear the H at all. It's a silent letter in that blend. So the GH together just says G. And we have another tricky word that is in today's story, and it's again. And it's still tricky because this AI usually says A, doesn't it? But in this word, it just says, it sounds like an eh, again. Okay, two tricky words. Ghost, again. All right, so we've got some spellings that we need to check out before we read our story. We have the IE spelling that makes the E sound, like in the words chief, shield, and relief. And then we have the schwa and the L together that makes the ol sound, like in evil, metal, helpful, vengeful, and nautical. That means like oceanish, ocean type thingies. And then we have words that we have a Y that we have to change to an I before we can add ES. So the word is carry, and when we change it, it says carries. All right, so here are our vocabulary words. We have the word chief, who is the person in charge of something, like a group of something. We have the word vengeful, which means that you do something mean or spiteful to get back at someone. And then nautical means that it is ocean related, on the sea or on the ocean. Died down, that phrase just means that maybe at one time it was really busy. Like this restaurant may have been really busy at one time, but then it died down because there weren't as many people there. And then we have the word wisdom, which means you have knowledge that you have gained through experience and intelligence. Okay, so I want you to be thinking of questions that you could ask your partner if you have one. What kind of questions can you ask them when you're reading the story again tonight? Okay, so here is our story, Sir Gus. And I'm going to make a comment. Okay, here we go. Okay, so our story from the reader, Sir Gus, that we're going to read today is called The King's Ghost, Chapter 7, The King's Ghost, and it starts on page 62, and I'm going to actually highlight that for you. Right there, The King's Ghost, page 62. Okay, here we go. The King's Ghost. Arr! Do as we say or die. The sound of a large booming voice from somewhere on the water. King Alfred and 11 of his knights jumped with fright. They had all tried to sail the boat in the stormy waves and strong winds. They looked up to see a pirate ship flying a black flag. The pirate had sailed up next to the king's boat. The king and the 11 knights were not prepared to fight. The knights did not have their swords or shields with them. "I will count to 10, shouted the pirate chief. "If you do not hand over the king and his boat by then, we will attack. We do not care to harm you, but if we must, then we must." The pirate chief began to count. 1, 2. He hesitated. Pirates aren't good at math. 3, came a voice from below. It was Sir Gus. He was lying down below the deck. He was feeling very ill. Sir Gus was so ill that he had no idea what was happening. The strong winds had kept him from hearing what the pirate chief had said. All he could make out was the sound of someone counting. "Thank you," said the pirate chief. He went on counting. 7, 8, 9. Came a loud and scary sound from inside King Alfred's boat. What is that hideous sound?" yelled the pirate. "It is the ghost of our last king, and it protects our ship," replied Sir Tom. Sir Tom was well aware that, in fact, the hideous sound was coming from Sir Gus, who was feeling very sick indeed, but he was hoping to scare the pirates away with the ghost story. Came the sound again. "If you harm the king," Sir Tom shouted, "you will be haunted by this evil, vengeful ghost. I will count 10, and you had better go away, you thief. The ghost would rather not harm you, but if he must, then he must." Pirates are very afraid of ghosts, and so within seconds, the pirate ship began to sail away. Not long after, the clouds cleared and the waves died down. Sir Gus felt some relief and came limping back up on deck. "Well done, Sir Gus," said the king. "You scared those evil pirates away by pretending to be a ghost." "I did?" said Sir Gus, still looking rather green in the face. "Why, yes," said the king. "Such a clever and helpful trick. How can I ever repay you for your wisdom and bravery? Perhaps I should award you a medal." "Your Majesty," said Sir Gus, "the best payment of all would be if you would order the captain to sail this boat back to land. I find the nautical life does not agree with me." And with that, the king's boat sailed for home. Okay. So that is not what I was expecting to happen. I thought the pirates were going to take things or something. Silly pirates. All right, so what you're going to do tonight for homework is you're going to reread or re-listen to that story, and then you have some questions on worksheet 11.4 to answer. So, what made King Alfred and his knights jump with fright? Why couldn't the king and his knights defend themselves? What did the pirates say would happen if the king and his boat were not handed over? Who did the pirates think was making the loud, scary sounds? And do you think you would have been fooled by Sir Tom's trick? Why or why not? And the last question, who do you think should have gotten credit for saving the day and why? So you are going to type out your answers using a text box, okay? All right, so why do you think the knights don't have their weapons with them? Knights are always supposed to have their weapons with them, aren't they? I guess they have them because they're made out of metal, and the water in the ocean maybe could have messed them up, made them all rusty or something. I don't know. It's a good question. What did the pirates demand? What do they demanded? What did they demand? I said that wrong. What did they demand of the king? The pirates demanded the king and his boat. They wanted the king and they wanted his boat turned over to them. So according to the story, what skill are pirates not doing? Their pirates are not good at math. Maybe Miss Stockwell should be their math teacher. They'd be really good at math then. Did the pirates take the king? Did they get him? They did not take the king. That's right. So the pirates believe there is a ghost on the ship, but what was really making the noise? Sir Gus is seasick down below, and he was the one making the noises. Who's Sir Tom? What kind of adjectives would you use to describe Sir Tom? And what sentences from the story show what you mean? That's a tricky question, isn't it? How would we describe him? What adjectives could we use? He was a knight on the ship. Okay, let's go back and look at the story. Okay, well, I would say an adjective to describe Sir Tom would be smart and quick, because he was really quick at coming up with the story about a ghost. He didn't even have to think about it. It just came out. And he was brave for confronting those pirates. And all of this right here. He was quick right here in this, being able to say, oh, it's the ghost from our last king. And down here, I would say that he's brave because he is repeating back to the pirates the threat that they told them about not handing over the king. They don't want to harm you, but if we must, we must. Okay, so it's the same thing. So Sir Tom is clever or smart because he comes up with the story that the sounds from Sir Gus are a ghost. All right, so today for homework, this is your spelling list, okay? So remember, it's more than just a spelling list this time. Here are your spelling words, but on the second page, you are going to put these words in ABC order, okay? So you have field, peace, shield, thief, kitties, achieve, relief. You're going to put those together in this box. Okay, so these go in this box right here. All right. And then on the other side, you have grief, yield, movie, niece, cookies, ladies, babies, and the word water. And you're going to put those in ABC order in this box. Okay, and then over here on the side, you can write the alphabet if you need to help you put them in ABC order. That's what those little lines are for. So this is part of your work for today. So don't just look at this page. Make sure you look at the second page also, okay? And then 11.3 is just the story, but I've already given you a color copy of the story. All right, so our learning targets for today were I can alphabetize my new spelling words. I can read words with the schwa and L digraph, And we read the story, The King's Ghost. You are going to reread that story tonight as part of your work. And then you have the 3 worksheets. You have the spelling ABC order, you have the word sort, and then you have the questions about the King's Ghost. All right, so that is all that we have for our video today. Make sure that you start working on Amplify today. You have 60 minutes of work this week, and a lot of you have not been doing that the last few weeks. Now, last week was spring break, so you didn't need to, but before that, I had a lot of people not doing it. You need to do 60 minutes a week or more, okay? From Monday morning to Sunday night. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to find our word of the day today. Our word wheel. I forgot to do this for Wit and Wisdom. Our word for today is fly. Fly is the word of the day. All righty. So that's all I've got for you guys. I hope you have a great afternoon. I'll see you later. Bye.